So like it comes up and then they start guiding you or like asking you questions.
I've never gone to therapy long enough to, but I just feel like my way of dealing, even in your case, Jamie, I look at it like other kids have it 10 times worse. And you know what I'm saying? And like their life could have just been 10 times worse.
So I know we're comics, and I know my shit is so dark, but I'm just going to be honest with you. My little sis, I wonder like what their life would have been. You don't know, but my little sister died of a drug overdose. So I don't know if her life would have been better, worse. Like, I don't think the money helped her. I definitely think she had much more opportunity, but all the first six are off the deep end. That being said, the other two boys, their life is leaps and bounds better. They had a mother that their father passed away. Their mother loved them. She just couldn't take care of them.
And so where were they from?
They had that love. They were from like another middle of nowhere town. Their mother was like living in abject poverty. Her husband had died. She loved them. She put them in an orphanage because she knew they'd get 3 meals a day. And she visited them every day. I mean, they had real love. And both of them, and it's crazy, not to get all touchy-feely, but it's crazy how impactful that is because like, they're great. They're both doing so well. And they were able to take the opportunities that America gave them and like make a great life. But I don't know. I think the trauma
of the other 6 children's life was just too much. Also, very well could have been a genetic mental illness in all of those kids. Absolutely. And how old was your sister when she started using?
Oh man, I mean, it was high school with all of there were addiction issues with all of the 6, and we all grew up under the same roof. It's just
it's both.
I think it's a little
I think it's both, right? Okay.
I started partying. I was a terrible teenager. I started experimenting in high school to the point when I was in Las Vegas on my 21st birthday and I didn't even want to drink. I was like, I'm over this. I've been there. I acted so cool, like young me, like been there, done that because I partied so much in high school, but I don't have an addictive personality. So I was just like, oh, I tried that thing. That was fun. Moving on.
Yeah, I think I have an addictive personality. So I think I was aware of that even as a teenager. And I remember being like, plus I do think I do have kind of an allergic type of problem with alcohol. Like if I drink, I turn beet red. No, I don't. I did have a shot of your tequila at the Tiny Cupboard. I enjoy tequila, but if I get to a point where I turn beet red, Jamie, like it's like I have an allergic reaction. I do think I'm allergic.
Lauren, were you a party girl? You strike me as so sweet.
When I got to college, yes.
Lauren is the sweetest little dreamboat. I wish I had a son for her, but I don't. I have a lesbian daughter, but I don't think I'm going to get Lauren to go that way. So... but yes, Lauren.
I don't think we said this.
Lauren?
Yeah.
Me and Lauren met online in a
in a Zoom happy hour.
No. Me and Lauren listen to a couple of the same podcasts, and we're in they're big podcasts, and we're in like a big groups and in like podcasts with like there's like what 7,000-8,000 people in these Facebook groups, and everybody's just kind of become friends, and and that's how I met Lauren and my other co-hosts that also co-host with me. We all met, and we all are in like these big group chats together, and we have friends all over the United States, which is really cool. And I go to visit some of my troll friends. We're the trolls, and like we visit, and we're actually trying to plan a lake trip up here at like Canandaigua, Lauren. So I will keep you posted if we find a house. But yeah, so it's just like a bunch of really, women, and I've been friends with them for years. It's crazy, huh?
These groups you put together, you're like, you say you have ADHD, but I actually feel like with organizing things like this, you're so amazing at it.
Well, for me, I feel like I have a lot of, friends. I'm lazy. I don't always leave the house. But for me, I think that having like a groups of like chatting, and I enjoy like people all meeting each other, and I enjoy that, socializing and, joking and laughing. Yeah.
About the apps, the dating apps that makes me this. I did when I moved to Texas because I was an adult and I didn't know anyone. I did Bumble BFF. I was like trying to basically find like women to be friends with me, because when you're an adult and you're like,
it's really hard
anymore, and you can be not the nicest. Like, this is why meeting you, like, late, Cindy, like our group is amazing of women, and like finding that is tough. Bumble BFF was legit like dating too. It's like therapy is like dating, trying to find the right person.
Right.
And I'd make these like big brunches with women from Bumble BFF, and it was seriously like picking through the herd to try and find women that were like, I genuinely think about, even at the highest level, some of the stuff I see on Netflix, I'm like, what? Some people are just really good business people.
How do they?
There's a level of luck. Like, I know there's hard work to it, but there's some people get lucky, and that is, I just believe.
I mean, I don't want to be throwing any women under the bus, but there's some female comics that I love and they're killing it. But I like Nikki Glacier's last special, Banging. It was an hour that I was like, but I'm not a 26-year-old who's out sucking dick. You know what I mean? Like, that was her whole, and I'm like, all right, these youngsters, you know what I mean? That comedy's subjective. And I love Nikki. She's killing it. Love her. But that special just wasn't, it didn't,
I think she's super funny. I just think that you have to be a good business person too and market yourself. That's, I fucking hate posting about myself because I have my mother's voice in my head being like, who gives a shit? But you have to get over that. I feel like you have to be a hustler.
Okay, so airdropping. I have had airdrop wars. So this teacher was suspended after her sex tape is airdropped to 200 students. Okay.
Right here in Ohio.
Oh, it is. Oh my God. So it was on her cell phone. And she sent it out to how the fuck did
she didn't send it. She claims that she didn't send it, but it was airdropped from her phone.
This is what we get for only reading the title. But that's
the teacher is not currently considered a suspect, but they are investigating.
Okay. So last night I recorded one of my friends' sets, right? And then after it was over, she's like, yeah, just airdrop it to me on my phone. And there's like 10 iPhones in there where it was 1 million people. So I've like fucking tried to airdrop her video and people kept on rejecting it. But I have gotten into airdrop wars with people, especially when I'm flying. I will just start airdropping people memes that are on my phone. And then I'll find someone that will just start sending me back some. So like, I'll spend the whole flight like airdropping and just laughing my ass off with other people, sending these memes. But my favorite thing was like when I'm in a really crowded place, like a beach or something, and I'm on my phone, I will take selfies of myself and then just randomly airdrop them to people on the beach. And I'll be like, and I'll text on there, like, I bet you can't find me. Like, and I'll be sitting there like, okay, someone's gonna, I've done that.
Have you ever accidentally hit on an explicit photo though, and sent that?
There's none of that. What explicit photos would be on my phone? Okay, Jamie, number one. There's no room for error on my phone. There is not one picture in this phone that's even remotely risky. Unless, I don't even have a dick pic. Like, I've never even received a dick pic.
Cindy, I don't know what lesbians do. You don't you don't do some like titty shots to your girlfriend?
Listen, number one, I'd have to put the phone on the ground to get a titty shot because those bitches are so low. All right. Like, I can set my phone on the floor and shoot them up. Like, there's no listen. I could put the phone behind me and kind of maybe flip a tit over and be like, I don't know.
Listen, I'm giving you intimacy ideas already.
Yeah, listen, I don't have the strength to move my fupa for a nude.
You said you wanted to start working out.
I did that at the tiny cupboard too. I think I yelled at some girl in the audience and I told her that my fupa weighed more than her. Like I say the most inappropriate shit when I'm on a rant with skinny bitches. Like when I go into my skinny bitch, I'm like, don't even tell me you're a foodie, okay? My fupa weighs more than you. Bitch, I'm the original foodie, all right?
I just can envision the Brooklyn faces like,
oh God. But anyway, so you have never, like, you've airdropped your nudes, Jamie?
Okay, so remember where I'm at. We're coming up on 15 years. So like all the like sexy pics, videos, everything are from like those initial years when
yeah,
you're like,
when you were really fucking super young and
by the way, looking young, looking good. So I wish, like, I'm like, can we accidentally airdrop those like pictures from when I was 20 years old and like in the best shape of my life and just like not a wrinkle or a care in the world? I like want to figure out, I don't have an iPhone is the problem. I have an Android. So I need to figure out how to get these photos out there.
Well, first you got to you got to scan those photos in, put them on your phone. Then you can airdrop them.
Well,
if you're us, me and Cindy.
Full of ideas. I'm literally writing this down.
Our photos used to have to bring to the photography place to have them printed.
So
listen, I don't have any of those nudes. There's nobody in this world that wants to see a fucking nude of me. Okay. So, I mean, my phone is clean as a fucking whistle.
Cindy, you don't know. Just wait. Start an OnlyFans. You'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to know if you guys think this was on purpose. This is like some old school app, but after my 10-year high school reunion, that was maybe just a few years ago, we all were on this group message. So it was like people that I was friends with, but also people that I hadn't seen in years, including this one girl who's like at the most an acquaintance. So I get a direct message from her on whatever this app was. There were like a lot of GIFs on it. It didn't last long, but it was for groups to talk. But I got an individual message of her like doing this with her tits. I have an A cup, so you can't tell, but there were real tits. And she's going like this, bare, like
right. juggling them.
And I was like, hey girl, was this meant for me? And she was like, oh my God, that was meant to go to my boyfriend, like Xander. We didn't have even remotely the same name. So I'm like, okay, she's embarrassed. She apologized. That was really weird. It's fine. The very next day, I get another like video from her, explicit video from her. I'm like, okay, she's hitting on me, right? What is happening? So that's
like, yeah, she, yeah.
Videos, but I have never had anything. It would be the excitement of my life. I kind of wish people were.
All right. Well, Jamie, it was so great to have you.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. This was fun.
We are on a marathon podcast here. Yes, Jamie, your social.
Yes, at the THE Jamie, spelled JamieRowan, at the Jamie Rowan. Please follow me on Instagram and JamieRowanComedy.com for show dates.
Yes, and we will also post all that info when we upload. But thank you very much for coming, and we'll talk to you guys soon.